Dan the Natural Man Show. Hello everybody, it is Monday. It's around 2 o'clock in my hometown. So I hope you had a good weekend. I hope Monday's going okay for you. Today I want to talk about Irritable Bowel Syndrome, or any condition where you have ulcerations or basically it's raw tissue. You get ulcers in the colon, you can get ulcers in the stomach, you can even get ulcers in your esophagus. So I'm not quite sure what the medical community does. I think they give a lot of steroids and immune suppressants, which both of those can have severe side effects, especially if you take them long term. And if you are getting a lot of flare-ups, then they'll have to give you more. Anyway, if you're somebody and you want some tips on what maybe you could do naturally to deal with your flare-ups, something you could try. I only have one client. I don't get a lot of clients lately with this, but I did have one person come to me. This has been years ago. But if you're in a flare, if you have any kind of ulcerative condition, doing a juice fast for about 5 days, longer if you can, but for about 5 days is going to work wonders for most people. And one of the juices that I highly advise during the fast is cabbage juice. Cabbage juice, they figured out back in the 1950s that cabbage juice contains a substance they call vitamin U. And this was a hospital study. They were using this cabbage juice. Well, I think they had two groups. One group received cabbage juice, and they were suffering from a flare-up from Irritable Bowel Syndrome. The other group got the standard medical care, whatever that was back then. They found that the cabbage juice was able to heal the ulcers very quickly. Some people, the ulcers, I think, healed within 3 days. Some people took about 7 or 8 days. But there's, like I said, vitamin U, whatever the substance is, heals ulcers. And the reason I recommend doing the juice fast is because if you're in a flare, digesting solid foods is going to irritate your digestive tract more. So if you go on a liquid diet consisting of fresh juices, cabbage juice should be one of your juices. Another juice during this time would be carrot juice. Those two are really good. That's why I recommend it if you're in a flare, cabbage juice and carrot juice. You don't have to combine them, you can drink them separately. But I always recommend drinking at least a gallon of juice a day during a fast because you still need to get your calories. And a gallon of carrot juice is, it's probably about 2,000 calories or so. And then as far as herbs go, you can use this with the juice fast. You can also use this after the fast to try to keep your condition from coming back and trying to heal it. Slippery elm is my go-to herb. Slippery elm. You can take this herb. It's a mucilaginous herb. That means when you take it, it turns into, you ever open the aloe vera gel plant? It's like that. So this herb goes in and it coats your colon, your stomach, your esophagus, wherever the problem may be. It helps protect it from stomach acid, especially the stomach and colon. And it helps protect it from the acid. It helps prevent the flare from continuing because of the stomach acid. It also has healing qualities when it is placed on a raw ulcer. I saw slippery elm heal bed ulcers as well. Also heals ulcers on the outside of the body, slippery elm. Dr. Christopher has a formula called Soothing Digestion, and I believe it's slippery elm mixed with licorice root. These two together work even faster. Some people have a problem with licorice root with their blood pressure, supposedly, but Dr. Christopher said this is an issue if you keep the herb in its whole form. Now if you have high blood pressure, you want to try this formula, check your blood pressure. If the licorice does run your blood pressure up, just use sleepy elm by itself. You can get it. There's a lot of vendors on Amazon that have sleepy elm capsules. You can get the sleepy elm in the powder form, mix it in water and eat it. So it's easy to do. And then afterwards, after the fasting, I recommend a mostly plant-based diet. And when you're still in a flare, you need to eat vegetables that are very well cooked. You want everything to be really soft and easy to digest. I wouldn't recommend any raw broccoli or anything when you're having ulcerative colitis. So there you have it. That's a protocol that I've seen work before, and I think that will work for most people. So, and eventually, if you keep doing the herbs and eating a mostly plant-based diet with nice, nourishing foods, use some of the cleansing formulas, I believe that you can heal this condition and prevent it from coming back. But you would go into the extended herbal cleanse if that's something you wanted to do. So if you liked this video, like it and share it. Please subscribe to my channel. Check out my page, danthenaturalman.com, and remember, until next time, keep it natural.